Anna had just given birth to a baby boy, but Tony was furious. He saw the baby as a burden. Turns out they'd been stranded on a deserted island since childhood. They had mastered survival skills, but knew nothing about basic biology. When the baby cried from hunger, they shoved fruit into his mouth. In their panic, Anna picked up the baby, and he naturally found food on his own. That's when they realized breast milk was even a thing. 12 years ago, after a shipwreck, an old sailor drifted with 2 kids for 6 days and nights. In a stroke of luck, they washed ashore on this island. Even better, the island had plenty of fruit and a stream that provided fresh water. With the old man's survival tips, the kids slowly grew up. Anna blossomed into a beautiful young woman. They expanded their hut until it became a luxurious treehouse. Life kept getting better, but Tony grew more restless. He kept hoping his family would come looking for him, but after waiting on the shore for so long, no ship ever appeared. He couldn't stop dreaming about going back to civilization. That night, Anna fell asleep. Tony couldn't hold back his urges anymore. He crept to her bedside and slowly reached out with a trembling hand, but Anna suddenly woke up.
Go away!
She told him to get out. Tony left, embarrassed and ashamed. The next morning, he ignored Anna's calls and wandered off alone. Curious, Anna followed, not knowing Tony was having some private time.
What are you doing?
What do you want?
Why won't you talk to me?
Just leave me alone!
Anna quietly walked away, feeling upset. She went for a swim in the pond and was shocked to see blood in her hands. She called out for Tony. He rushed over, but Anna pushed him away in a panic. That's when she realized she was having her period. After 12 years on the island, they knew nothing about basic life knowledge. Tony saw blood and freaked out. He kept asking where she was hurt. Anna refused to tell him. That made Tony furious. He always shared everything with her, but now she has secrets. It only made him more determined to leave the island. He returned to their home and threw out all of Anna's clothes and belongings, swearing to live separately. Anna felt deeply wronged, so she moved out of the hut. But then she stepped on a fish fin, got an infection and came down with a fever. A sudden rainstorm made her condition worse. Tony came to check on her and instantly softened. He took care of her with deep concern. The two made up and were close again. The night they moved into the same home. Over the next few months, their bond grew stronger. One day, Anna felt something strange in her belly. Something was moving inside. They were so naive. They didn't know she was pregnant. Anna gave birth to a baby. They patiently taught him how to swim to help him survive. The strong little baby didn't disappoint. At just 3 months old, he could already swim freely in the ocean. The next day, the little family played on the beach. The baby suddenly looked off into the distance. They turned to see what he saw, and were shocked to spot a giant sailboat on the horizon. They couldn't believe their eyes. After 12 years, rescue had finally come, but Tony didn't say a word. He didn't run to call for help. Instead, he stared at the ship with a blank look, his heart filled with fear and doubt. Living in this paradise, with his family, felt like the happiest life he could have. So they stood up together and walked with the child into the jungle. Meanwhile, the old man on the ship watched them through his telescope. He couldn't understand why they turned away, but he couldn't stay long. He was searching for his own child, and Tony never realized the man on that ship was the father he had longed for all these years.